What's up? What's up? What's up? We finna get it going. We gonna talk about it. Episode number
7.
Number 7. We moving it right along. Finna get it going. Okay. This episode is another touchy one. What's this episode? What's this called?
I don't know. We just talking about our thoughts on males crying.
Basically, this episode is it manly?
Is it manly
for a man to cry? You know, that's deep. You know what I'm saying?
Is it?
Yes, it's deep.
Do you think so?
Yeah. What's your take on a man crying? Do you think men should cry? Do you think men
I
should
most
cry?
definitely think that men should cry. Let's see. I had my dog, sorry. I had let's see, I've never seen my father cry before. I've never seen my bonus dads cry before. My husband only twice. And I think that's because I was with him because somebody passed. But as far as my sons, yes. I think that it's very manly for a man to be able to express himself. And I also feel like that's really a sign of his strength, his gentleness, to be able to show that he's vulnerable instead of trying to be all hard and mighty all the time. My sons, my oldest boys, play JFL ball, and if they lost, like let's say championships or something like that, or even a game, if they wanted to show that they was upset through crying, shedding some tears, that was okay with me. My 18-year-old had senior night last night. He cried because he was emotional. My 10-year-old is a very passionate young man, and he always, showed through tears if he's upset, if he's excited or whatever. So I would never think to ever tell them not to cry. If they have a child, I'm not going to say, don't cry, that's not manly. You get married, don't cry because she walking down the aisle, that's not manly. Your mama passed away, don't cry, that's not a man.
Society try to...
But it starts at home. I promise you that. If a man does not show emotion, somebody probably said, shut up and excuse me, I don't mean any disrespect. That's a fag, that's gay. No, like, what are you talking about? Like, no. Yeah. So that's somebody told them that. So they, instead of somebody coming behind correcting somebody in error who was wrong to say, don't cry, they was taught wrong. I don't think. If my husband was crying, I wouldn't be like, boy, what's wrong with you? What you crying for? Because life can get overwhelming. Yeah. Life happens. So I would be like, he loves me enough, and I'm not taking nothing away because he doesn't. But I'm sure there's moments where he probably just like, instead of pushing me away or becoming silent, if he just showed that side, and I'm here to comfort, I'm here for him to lean on with that. So I think it's okay for men to cry. And if somebody tells you differently, tell them to call me. Go right on.
What?
I'm just saying.
They gonna call her. They don't even know her, but they gonna call her
because they disagree. Like, who told you that it's okay for a man? It's just the same.
Society makes it that men are not supposed to cry.
That doesn't mean that it's right.
No, it's not right. But that's how a lot of people try to portray it, and they put everything on a man's shoulders and everything. So as the men being the head of the house, they feel like the men are supposed to have no type of emotions, but that's...
Why do they feel like that when God gave y'all all emotions? Just like they gave them to female. He gave them to females, he gave them to y'all.
Because they feel like men shouldn't have emotions, I guess. A lot
so y'all supposed to be these hard...
Yeah, we just supposed to be hard brick walls, but then at the same time, you don't want us to have emotions for the world, but you want us to have emotions for a woman. That's contradicting to me. Because just like a man can be sad and upset about his wife or girlfriend, he should be sad and upset about the world. You know what I'm saying? So they shouldn't put that on him saying, you shouldn't cry. You know what I'm saying? You don't supposed to cry because you're a man. Men don't cry. Like I be seeing like parents in the park or something, and their kid fall. Be like, you a boy, you don't supposed to cry. You can't teach him that, because men's gonna cry. You gonna make him like a hard body that you don't want that. He don't have no emotion. He got that.
Disturbed.
Yeah, he don't have an ice box, and he won't have love for nobody.
Exactly.
So
he won't not express that either.
Yeah, you want someone with emotions. You don't want no one without emotions. And a lot of people, like men, you know, I cried, but a lot of times I try not to, you know, I still try to be tough in front of, you know what I'm saying, in front of people, whatever. But shoot, I break down a lot of times. So, you know what I'm saying, like when life is lifing and it's lifing hard, we try to, like they say, I always say, you put on a smile, but inside you cry. This song, it's inside that I cry. So it's a lot of times that's how we do it. You know what I'm saying? And them the strong men, because we know we got the emotions.
A man that cries.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
We are the strong men because we know.
Because people think it's a sign of weakness.
Yes, and we know it's not a weakness because we go through it, and I don't feel like, oh, I'm less than a man because I cry. Right. I mean, I'm a person with emotions. If you ain't got emotions,
which everybody has.
Yeah, if you ain't got no emotions as a male, it's females out here who have no emotions.
This is true.
So how can you have a relationship with anybody if you have no type of emotions with your kids or anything? You can't be hard all the time. You have to show some type of emotions. You don't have to be like just crying for no reason, you know. But you have to. That's balance. You know what I'm saying? You go through the world. You have to go through a lot, especially us being black men in society. We go through a lot, so we have to be a man, but we cry because we know what we had to go through. Especially like if we go through a whole lot of stuff in our lives, and then we like have a breakthrough and make it somewhere. You gonna cry because it's like you look back on what you went through. You know what I'm saying? Because I could say, like, the stuff that I went through, I cried many nights. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, I don't care. You know, I cry. Hey, so yeah, I cried many nights because for the simple fact is that I know that, you know, because you know I talk to God a lot. You know, through my thing, a lot of people, oh man, man, the heck with what you talking about. You know, I got emotions. You know, I've been hurt. You know what I'm saying? I went through.
But even in pain, you cry like maybe when you got the job you wanted, or maybe you got something. You can have celebratory moments too when you cry. But go ahead, Bam.
Yeah, and they, you know, and then I don't like they say you shouldn't cry when someone passed. I mean.
Yeah, you're gonna cry because you love them.
Especially if it's someone that you was real close with. Like,
sure.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you can't really tell nobody they shouldn't cry. You're supposed to celebrate. You can celebrate, but I bet you.
Because it's a home going, but you're gonna miss it.
I'm gonna celebrate right there, but when I'm at home or whatever, I'm gonna cry because you gonna cry because you gonna reminisce about the things that went on. Like I say, when I think back to the past and like what the stuff I went through for like some years, like, dude, you just don't know.
But you're not crying now because of the pain. You crying now because you came through it.
Yeah, but I'm saying back then.
Yeah.
You know, it was sad and crying that I was to the point like, man, I don't know what to do. Everybody was like, man, just believe in God. And to that point, I was like, man, I'm tired of hearing that. You know what I'm saying? You get tired of people. You know, you going through stuff, and then somebody like, oh man, your breakthrough coming. You really don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? At that time, because you like, man, it's so much stuff going on. You crying almost every night. You like, you don't know what you want to do, because when I was like, shoot, when child support was tearing me up, you know, I ain't have this, I ain't have that at that time. I had a hold on a bank account that I couldn't get nothing from, man. It was just, life was like hard, and it's like, if I wasn't a strong person, I've probably been out of here. I've probably been in the upper room, man. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, if you knew my story, yeah, a lot of people. That's why I say a lot of people like, man, you strong, but it was many nights I cried. You know what I'm saying? You know, it was many nights I cried. I used to think of myself as at one point as Will Smith in that movie
Pursuit to Happiness.
Pursuit to Happiness. You know what I'm saying? My cousin know because she used to say that. She said that I reminded her of that because at this one dark place in my life, I feel like that's how I was living. You know what I'm saying? And I had my son with me, and it was like dark, but he always ate. We always, you know what I'm saying? We made something out of it. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was painful and everything going on, he never seen. I don't think he'd never say he seen me cry because I wouldn't cry because I was like, I had to man up something. You know what I'm saying? I had to figure out what I was gonna do. So, but when he went around, I dropped some. But you know, and then when I think about it, sometime I'll be like, man, as I look back on it, even when I watched that Pursuit of Happiness movie, I'm like, because I felt just like Will did when he finally got that breakthrough, I felt just like Will. So if you got a son, a little baby growing up, if he cry, let him cry. Because he need them emotions. You know what I'm saying? You can't have him just tough all the time. Because life ain't like that. He probably wouldn't know how to handle things if he always tough. You know what I'm saying? He got to cry. It's a balance. We got to have balance, man. And I think crying is a balance. Even though we supposed to be, that don't mean we not strong. It just mean we got a balance. And that's basically what I'm saying. We have to have a balance, man. Cry. You a dude cry, and I know a lot of dudes that been crying. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes won't say they cry, but 90% of the guys, I know they cry. If you ain't crying, man, you don't love nobody. Because love hurts.
No, it does
yes,
not.
Yes, it do. Because if you lose somebody, it hurts. When you love somebody, if somebody your loved one passed away, that hurts.
That hurts. That's not love.
That's love.
Love. That's because you love them, but it doesn't mean that love hurts.
It hurts because you gonna cry.
I am. But
life hurts.
Example.
So you're gonna cry.
Example.
Unless you just, I don't know.
It's not because I'm not gonna define that as love though. Life can be challenging and difficult, and it brings a little heartache, and that's what you feel. That's what hurts, but it's not love because that person loved you and you love that person.
As long as you don't have an icebox on your heart,
love you, Burger.
You gonna cry, regardless. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why I had to build an icebox around my heart because I was so because the things I was going through, it was hardening my heart that I wasn't even trying to cry. So I had to go through a lot of little things first before I was able to be able and it put an icebox around my heart. So you know, that's because I had to be that strong person with what I was going through. So it hardened my heart because nobody was to be trusted. You know, and I had a few who could be trusted. A lot of them wasn't to be trusted. So I had to harden my heart. But that made me, I don't think that made me a strong individual. That made me like a bad individual because I didn't care about nobody else's heart because my heart was so hard at that time. I had to build that up from all the crying and everything. I built it up so I won't be crying no more. So I had to get that melted, you know, because you don't want to live a life without no emotions. Huh?
How did you melt it?
You melted it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to, because like at one point you like, man, I ain't loving nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing this. I'm just here. You know what I'm saying? Because I could say from like I had like issues church wise, so that was messing up my beliefs. I had issue relationship wise that messed up my belief, friend wise that messed up my belief. So everything was coming, you know what I'm saying, that I hardened my heart and like, you know.
So friendship,
relationship
and church messed up your trust.
Jobs, all that. Everything, it just messed me up. So, you know, and instead of me continue to weep all the time, it hardened my heart. Because I was like, nah, I would never let myself go back to that type of situation. But it took me to realize that ain't how I wanted to live my life. You know what I'm saying? I want to live my life with love. I can cry. Even though my daughter said she ain't never seen me cry. We went through a lot of funerals because I still try to keep that, but I still cry. But I won't cry in front of her. I don't think I never cried in front of her. I think she caught me crying a couple times. I think it caught me off guard when she caught me. You know what I'm saying? But
you had just found out, so there's only two.
So yeah, you know. But it's been times I don't tell her what happened until a few days later, so I can get my emotions straight. You know what I'm saying? It's a few times I told her about stuff, and you know it probably looked like, oh, he ain't tripping, but you know.
I knew you was tripping.
Yeah.
I just feel like you just didn't trust me with your vulnerability, like your.
No, it's just, you know, because I'm like, man, because at one point it was like stuff happening back to back, like what the, you know what I'm saying? Boy, you know, it was a point that it was like horrible, but yeah, but like I say, if you're a man, cry, man. Don't worry about what they say. You can cry in their face, boo hoo, make a funny noise, or whatever.
Ugly cry.
Slob and drool and everything. Man, the heck with what they think, man.
I think crying is a good release too.
Yeah, and I think it's a cleansing.
It most definitely.
Yeah, it cleanses. It cleanses because you know you got sorrow and you let it cleanse. You know what I'm saying? Because you could be stressed by. I think if you cry, you release stress. Because a lot of people hold their stress in because they want to be this strong person, and you know mess around and you know die because they want to be strong.
That's true.
You know, instead of releasing that pressure. So I think man cry. Put the middle finger up to the person. If you crying and your boy sitting right there laughing, put a middle finger up to him.
Just ignore them. You don't.
Because I know
the middle finger up
he
to
probably crying too, and he probably crying over something less worse than you. You know what I'm saying? You probably crying over something real important. He probably crying over some So, but anywho,
it was good, babe. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, you should, because only you can share from a male perspective. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't say what I instilled in my sons, but you can only share with your experiences.
I'm saying, but it should. I'm pretty sure 90% of men experience this. A lot of us don't want to do it in front of a woman because they still want to keep that strength. Do it. Make her hug you. Make her rub your feet because you're crying and sad. Put your head on her shoulders. If she don't be there for you, man, dump her.
That's true.
Dump
if she's not there, she's not it.
And if she cussing you out, you don't supposed to cry. Dump
Move
her.
on. Yeah, that's true.
We don't need that.
Express herself.
We don't need that. Us as black men, we got a lot of stuff. Once we leave out these doors, out our homes, the world,
period. Really.
The world is out there and whirling.
But I get what you're saying.
And a lot of us going. Yeah, a lot of people, everybody, but black men.
I know. I get what you're saying.
it be whirling for us.
But it's be Russia that's watching us most of the time.
Yeah.
So that,
But you know, so wherever you're watching us from, everybody know black men get it bad in America. So you know, it's nothing new.
Yeah.
So cry, man. You know what I'm saying? Show your emotions.
For sure.
Teach your kids how to have emotions. Your
to
young
express
sons,
themselves, for sure.
express yourself. Don't hold it in.
Yeah.
Because you know you might be holding it in. You're gonna birth you a serial killer because.
But the gag is for that too. Whatever that, if you crying, if you angry at me because y'all bad, you just don't want to stay in that position because I think sometimes it causes depression and other issues going on. So you could have my husband was talking about music. Ty Trippett got this song "Only One Night," and so if you having those feelings, he's just saying allow it just for only because you want to get past it. You don't want to continue to allow it to hold on to you, whatever the issue may be. So yeah. You show your emotions. God gave them for purpose, but we're not supposed to just stay in it. There's a reason why we have them, is what I'm saying. So, yeah, most definitely have a good cleansing, have a good cry. Life is hard. Life is challenging. If your wife left, if you lost a loved one, you're getting married, you got babies on the way, you got a new job, you lost 10 pounds, whatever that may be. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good in the hood.
Yeah, release just like when you're having relations. You release this.
Oh my goodness, like our parents don't watch this. You can't have an
episode
we can't talk about nothing.
That release. Like, even when you release it, you cry. Some men cry when they release. You know what I'm saying?
You said it was good.
Yes. He was in ecstasy.
Oh my goodness. Well, praise the Lord, saints.
So, do you have a Cuddles Corner today?
Oh!
Dun, 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 dun. Cuddles Corner.
Welcome to Cuddles Corners. Unfortunately, I don't think I have anything to say today about Cuddles Corners. Just my birthday's Tuesday.
Yes. And you see, hold on. You see that glistening thing?
Oh yeah, my husband bought me a cross.
A diamond dog.
Yeah.
Cross dog.
A cross. So I thank the Lord.
Diamond dog cross.
For what he did for me on Calvary. It's just a reminder for sure.
Yeah, but she lost them diamond earrings.
Oh Lord Jesus!
That I bought her.
Shout out to my sister for doing my hair for me today. She braided it, and she had to go to work today.
And she thinks she's like.
I don't, but you do, so I appreciate that compliment.
She been shaking and moving her hair all day.
I had it in the bonnet 5 minutes ago.
Nah.
Anywho,
do your Cuddles Corner, dog.
I don't really have a cuddle corner, but I want to leave you with something. Seek ye the kingdom of God and his righteousness. That's what I'll leave you with. And everything else will be added. God loves you and I love you too. You got a sponsor?
Bottled water.
That's your sponsor?
No name. It's bottled water.
It's smart water.
I'll just say bottled water. Any bottled water, we sponsor.
That's
so
not true.
Whoever,
you don't drink your bottled water.
I don't drink any bottled water. But they ain't paying me, so I'm not going to really whatever. But I only drink a certain bottle of water. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I drink bottled water all the time. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. I grew up in the projects and I don't even like faucet water.
You bougie. I
ain't even bougie either.
Why you can't drink faucet water?
Because it tastes like something. Just like the spring water tastes like something. I don't know. I guess.
And it has to be alkaline.
Yeah, it got to be alkaline for me. Alkaline or what's the other one? I forgot the other one. But I normally get alkaline or no.
Oh, what?
The type of water it is. It's alkaline or electrolytes or something. I got to get that water. I don't know why. I guess I'm so used to that taste. I've been drinking it forever. Cause I used to drink.
Is that your sponsor today? The water though? Are you giving a shout out today to somebody?
I'm gonna give a shout out to everybody in their life. I want to give a shout out to all the men out here who's being real dads.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Who's out here taking care of their kids. Mm-hmm. Who out here you know, when the baby mama drama, they still there for their kids. You know what I'm saying? This is for you guys. You know what I'm saying? It don't even matter if you making $5 an hour to $100 an hour and you still taking care of your kids. You the real MVP, bros. These girls can't hold us back, but they try to sometimes. Some of these women, they try to hold us back. Can't let that happen, dog. And it's also breast cancer and any cancer this month. You know, I still celebrate for the ones that we lost and the ones who still here fighting. I still celebrate them. I celebrate. We still on strike. My union brothers and sisters. I still celebrate you guys. Local 2250 out of St. Louis. Celebrate you guys. It's getting close. We almost